very blessed. Life does get complex. When I don't have stabilization, I get very impatient. I'm like a shark in need of tuna, searching for confirmation from my reader Appaluna. Don't listen to what other people say. Everything's going to be okay. Get off your ass and take action. You need to act to make traction. Believe in yourself. Breathe. If you can't handle tough love, leave. You are amazing, but we all have faults. It's time to be adults, to face what we can't handle. She has a gift that shines, spiritually connected to both spirit and divine. If you don't like tarot, maybe you're narrow. Too scared the truth will hit you like an arrow. Don't listen to what other people say. Everything's gonna be okay. Get off your ass and take action. You need to act to make traction. Believe in yourself. Breathe. If you can't handle tough love, leave. You are amazing, but we all have faults. It's time to be adults, to face what we can't handle. When it comes to readings, she doesn't sugarcoat. If you only want sweet, better catch another boat. People ask about career, love, relationship, pain. Her answers get uploaded and sent to her brain. She's a messenger, a mentor for guidance and advice. She dedicates her time, never charging a dime. She's a big kahuna. She's my Appaluna. Don't listen to what other people say. Everything's gonna be okay. Get off your ass and take action. You need to act to make traction. Believe in yourself. Breathe. If you can't handle tough love, leave. You are amazing, but we all have faults. It's time to be adults, to face what we can't handle.
Hey tarot enthusiasts! Welcome to my channel. I'm Appaluna, your tarot reader, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Today, we're diving into free one-card readings, and I can't wait to connect with you all. First things first, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and smash the bell so you're notified every time I go live. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Getting a reading is super easy. Just type "join" to join the queue. But heads up, wait times can be over an hour for free readings. If you'd rather not wait, consider sending a donation or joining my membership for just $3.99 a month to skip the line. There are 2 requirements for a free reading. First, type "I understand" to show you get that I'm here to give advice, but you make your own decisions. Second, hit that like button and comment "I understand" like number of likes, and your question to get your free reading. Easy peasy. A quick reminder, no pregnancy questions, and try to frame your questions positively. Like instead of asking, "Will he leave?" try "Will he stay?" Make sure your questions are about you, not what others think or feel. This journey is all about your spiritual awakening and unlocking your superpowers. This is a tough love channel when needed. Sensitive souls might want to look elsewhere. Also, I have autism, so if my tone seems off, know I'm never frustrated or upset with you. Even though I've been reading tarot for a while, it still feels like telling a fictional story with my cards. They resonate with you, but always check your real facts with real people. Remember to read the disclaimer, and for clarity's sake, don't ask the same question over and over. This is not a magic show. My predictions often need action from you, so get off your devices, turn off the TV, and take some risks. Members get to skip the queue, and if you donate $5 or more, I'll give you a mini read. That's 5 cards and a pendulum question. Donators also skip the queue, and if you send a review, follow, or buy from my Etsy store, you get a free queue skip. I'm also available for private readings. I have a $20 for 20 minutes special right now. Email me or contact me through my website at www.trinitytarotlive.com to book. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook as Luna Fruit and on Instagram, and Twitch as AppleLuna77, TikTok as AppleLuna666. All right, it's time to smudge and clear out any bad energy. Let's go through today's cards and get started.
Okay, there's a new feature going on back here on my side of it. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I've got these crowns with the numbers 1, 2, and 3. So they're telling me that I just posted where it said, because I looked it up, I didn't understand. I've never seen these before. It says community leaderboard and XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. Top 3 get special badges and it resets every stream. So if you donate, look, if you've got a 1, 2, or 3 come around, you're going to get special attention, you're going to skip the queue, you're going to get extra cards. How does that sound? The way to get to 1, 2, or 3 is to send donations, interact with my posts and community, so talking, chatting in here with Knock, for example, or asking me questions that aren't about tarot, about the awakening is fine too. But we have to be mindful that it is a tarot show. So if it gets to that point, I will open up an awakening channel and separate it from the tarot channel. But at the moment, you have to use tarot to go through the awakening, and that's the part that you're at. Alright, we've only got 15 reading spots available. Do you like my spots? 15 spots available for readings today because I'm running super late. I was even 20 minutes late for this because I had to eat breakfast. Alright, I haven't got out any oracles today, so let me just pull one out. I'm going to pull out the Heartstring card deck. And I have no idea how it's going to go with these. These are actually a confession deck. And I feel like, let's have a look. Love deserves another chance. I trusted you and it broke me. And I can't carry this love alone. Yeah, I'm going to try them and just see how they go. If I don't like them, we'll change them. If you specifically don't want a love card, let me know and I'll grab out a different deck for you. Alright. So let me just say a quick prayer. I'm going to play the smudging video while I light a candle and say a quick prayer. Same prayer that you're going to hear. But I just think it's better in a video and I don't fuck around. I have a bowl of white sage and black tourmaline. I'm going to clear the negative energy. I call upon the higher self to answer these questions. I seek only truthful answers which are aligned with the highest and greatest good for all concerned. And that will just stay off to the side smoking while the session is going. Okay. Hello, we're going to begin now. Okay, make sure you've already commented and liked. I am going to check before I do readings because in this channel the other day, you did not go and like and comment on the post. You might have liked, but you did not comment. And it is now a requirement for this channel that you comment and interact with me instead of just using me for free readings and then fucking off. And this is about the awakening. I'm actually doing something here that's super important. And some of you are resisting me going, well, sovereignty doesn't apply to me, but it fucking well does because you're all slaves. You're secretly enslaved, and I'm trying to tell you this. Like, we've got to fucking fix this because this is unsolvable as far as I can see. They've made it impossible to get free. Like, to the point where in the 70s there was a couple of loopholes left. They shut them, baby. The parliaments shut them, shut the loopholes. They removed the things that could save you. And you were supposed to actually puzzle it out and find them and use them and save yourself and then help other people to do the same thing, but no. You're supposed to become a third-year lawyer, but not take the vows. With the Tough Love channel, you got to leave the sugar for the cookies. And this was going to be one of my shirts, but I'm going to redo it. I've just redone this one. I think I'm finished with this one. So this is one of my shirts that I'm selling. Amber, you should get a bloody shirt. We'll have to work something out. I'd rather go ghost hunting with Apple Luna. So you should get one of them. That's pretty much finished. The post you had to comment on Crazy Sexy Love Note. We've got Apple's dad says today. Oh no, sorry. Is it Apple's Pearls? No. Yeah, I think it's Apple's Pearls. I put Apple's dad said, confused me. We've got these ones. If you are going through the awakening, especially you, Amber, be careful, soul family. It's important to pretend that everything is normal. Pretend you sleep 8 hours a night. Don't freak people out by telling them about your awakening or your experiences. Just send them to me and you come to me and talk to me. Very powerful people don't want you to awaken. They are trying to keep you asleep. If they see the signs that you are starting to wake up, they will get a doctor involved to keep you insane, and your rights will be taken using the for your own good rule, which is how we became slaves in the first place. All right. Let me just put the candle off to the side. That's all I really need to get through this morning. Thank you, Knock. Knock, you're number one interactive because you're commenting the most. How fun is that? They shouldn't put it on the mod. But we do have who is it? Manna McNeil, a blessed one. Oh, it changes. It's not going to stay the same. That's fucked. Okay. I can't do the thing that I said I was going to do where I was going to give them priority. But if you get your reading when you're number one, which you should be because you should be interacting with me, I'll give you an extra card today. So, hello everyone. Let me just go down the chat quickly. Yes, the more you interact in the chat, the more points you get, and the leaderboard is always changing. Thanks, Knock. I just friggin' worked that out. Knock says, make sure you read the pinned comment. Knock also says, make sure you like the post before the reading. Sorry, that was defective. Amber, darling, hello again. I love you, sweetheart. Hi, Lauren. Welcome in. Are you brand new? Exclamation join. You got it there. Hi, Wolfie baby. Welcome back. You love the theme song? Yeah, I love all my music. I am well. I'm a little bit tired because I'm doing Etsy reads plus uploading to 9 channels. Priscilla, and quite honestly, I'm a fuckload behind. I have to make next week's post already, and I just finished this week. Okay, we are going. I can't pull anyone off the list because if I do, it'll open up more spaces. So let me put some music on in the background because you like the music so much. Do I have my mic on? No, I don't have my mic on. Let me put my mic on. That might help. Yeah, Lauren, Nock will run you through what to do. I've got a bit of a procedure, so make sure you've liked and commented on my videos to get your reading. I'll check when you get there that you've done that. Alright, music. You might listen to this one today. I haven't listened to this one for ages. Hang on, let me just put my headphones and see what I've subjected you to.
Tap the screen, double tap, show the
Oh yeah, that's good.
digital connections, the key to set us free.
There, that should be okay. I've got it down as low as I can keep it. I don't think there's a great deal of song, so tell me when it starts repeating and you want me to change it, okay? Because I'm not listening. I can't listen. It distracts me. I kept getting involved with the music. Divine Universe, you should be asleep. Oh, I'm glad you joined us. Happy birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Divine Universe and wish her a happy day. Yeah, you've got to like this live too. Nock, can you help Lauren, please? Just explain the whole procedure so she knows what I get everyone to do. All right, let's clear the old list so I don't get confused. We've got 5 more spots for readings today. Blessed One, you are first. Can I also have Priscilla? Do we have any members? No. Priscilla and Blessed One. Oh shit, I didn't get a drink. I got a little bit left. Okay, thank you, Blessed One. I appreciate that. As long as you're commenting, I would like you to actually watch my videos or songs or whatever posts that you're commenting on. Actually watch it. If you please could. Some of the things that I'm doing is subliminal for the awakening. I'm showing you images that I saw that scared the crap out of me that I couldn't understand, so that when you see them, they won't scare the crap out of you and you'll know to come to me to ask. I'm subliminally talking to your brain as the Matrix programmer using colors, and I'm showing you words when I say them in the videos or when people sing them, so that you see the word and you hear the word, and if you're singing the song or something, you say the word as well, and it's a form of programming. That's what the Bible is. It's a programming manual. That's where I learned it from. I figured the Bible is the best programming manual you'll ever find. So I looked at how he made it, and I made my stuff like that. That's why you'll usually find there's 3 choruses in my songs, because hearing something 3 times makes it stick into your head. And if you want to say you want to change someone's story, right? All you have to do is add a detail to the story when they're telling it on 3 different occasions and have them agree with you. And then they will change their story and add in your detail. I've literally tried it. You can change people's stories. I've written myself out of so many stories. Like, I wasn't there. I just say that. I wasn't there then. You must be thinking of it another time. And I write myself out of people's stories so they don't talk about me. All right, can we have Blessed One? Should you post a question? Yes, please, darling. Don't worry, Divine, it's your birthday. You get the day off. Just relax and have fun. Yeah, Nock's wonderful, Lauren. She's amazing. She does this totally for free, and she is awake like up to midnight or something, I think, or later, just doing free readings after having a big day of study. So she's just amazing. She does an amazing job. I've never seen a better moderator. She's so kind and loving. Pretty new to YouTube lives. Oh, okay. I've got a couple of channels, so you might want to check them all out. We'll go through them a bit later. All right. When will Sonal contact you? First, what are you going to call him, Sonal or Vihar? Why have you got two names for him? It's like you need to identify the person that you're trying to make contact with, because at the moment it could be anyone. It could be Vihar. It could be Sonal. Do you get what I mean? I know that you're actually thinking of the person. You're actually doing what I do with the YouTube thing. So I go Blessed One, and I concentrate on the person behind Blessed One. And I know that you're focusing on the person behind whatever you call them, but get clear with your manifesting, because the universe doesn't always understand you. You're very clear of using people's proper names and identifying name as well, surname, SIR name, Vihar. Thank you. Do you get what I mean? I'm sorry, Blessed One. Am I just battling shit? Take any action towards me. When? What if you're meant to? What if he's sitting back waiting for you to take action towards him? What if no one takes action and no one reacts? Because to have a reaction, you first have to act. That's how science works. So maybe, Blessed One, you could give him a time limit. If he doesn't act by this time, I will act on that point. I will act towards him, so that someone is acting instead of you both sitting back for a year, waiting and then going, oh, well, I guess they're not interested in moving on. I feel like you're going to waste an opportunity. Don't be scared, guys. Just give yourself a time limit, and when it's time, come to me and I'll give you a pickup line for your situation. And I'll help you, okay? I'll help you flirt. Classily. I'll be classy. Sometimes I won't be classy, but sometimes I will. First of all, you need to stop watching the clock. There are 3 things in this world that are manipulations on you. Time is the biggest one. Money is the second one. And sex is the third one. And I think that they should be considered privileges of this civilization. Civilization meaning, I don't want to explain it. I'll have to look it up in legalese for you and explain it. You need to know that this thing is worth waiting for, but I'm so not going to be able to give you an actual time, Blessed One. You need to stop waiting, stop counting the clock and counting every second, because it is lasting an eternity. If you stop waiting for it to happen, if you stop asking about it to happen, and I feel like if you just move on with your life, this thing will come to you fast. It will happen fast. But I feel like the more you think about it and manifest on it, probably not in the exactly correct way, like thinking about your fears. Why doesn't he call? How come he's not calling yet? What is he thinking? Does he not like me? Is that why he's not calling? These sort of things. You giving him excuses and reasons for not calling can be blocking you. You not thinking you're good enough or something's wrong in any way, shape or form could be blocking you. So I'd like you to just forget about it for a minute. Let's just take a big step back away from the time question. You guys need to stop asking time questions. Because quite literally, I don't care what any tarot reader says, if I wake up in the morning and make a micro decision to have cereal, but there is no milk, so I have to go to the shop, I now have another micro decision to either go to the shop or have toast. Now, if I go out of my house and get off my phone, I could meet someone and they could change my life. Or I could have stayed home and have toast, and that's how the future works. I can't predict it, guys. I can predict the most likely thing that can happen. Hi to Savage. Why aren't you a member to Savage? I can predict the most likely thing that's going to happen, but usually when I tell you what's going to happen, you make different micro decisions which change what's going to happen. So when I predict it, I can't predict with any certainty in the future. Just honestly, guys, you need to stop counting the time. It's a manipulation. Sex is a manipulation. You need to stop with the sex. You need to stop counting time and looking at the clocks. And you need to stop using money as a thing. It needs to be energy. Yes, he will contact you, but he's going to take his sweet ass time. He's holding on to something. He's not letting go until he has, I don't know what happened between you, but I feel like something happened and some action, and he might feel like you did something to him, or he might have done something to you. And I feel like if he did something to you, he's like, no, it's justified. And until it happens to him, he's not going to understand the strong feelings you have about the situation. And if it's the other way around where, you get me, I've lost my place. He needs to have this realization by having this thing done to him. No, the Savage, I will go and have a look on the app, the YouTube app, in a second. Thank you, blessed one. Priscilla, Apple, you know, earlier when you told me I was like 7 or 8 and you're like 11, my key number is 7. Yeah, you'll probably see 7 or 8. Okay, so it's hard to explain. Amber, 369 is what I've got to say to you. 3 is the Matrix, 6 is Enlightenment, and you're at 7. So you're going to see the number 7 a lot. I was at 11. 9 is God. And I was at like 11. Right, I was really at 9. It really only goes up to 9. But if I was doing it on a scale to 1 to 10, that's how I would explain it. Because who else is up there with God? No one else. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. 11 crazy. Not 9 crazy. It was 11 crazy. Hi, Lauren. What do you say? Oh, that's lovely. I don't know. You'll get the hang of it, Lauren. Yeah, we do really love you. The Savage, will just check on you before I jump into this next reading with Priscilla, so I know what the fuck for next, and I can tell Knock. She doesn't have access to this. Which, Knock, I'm going to have to, can we make an appointment, maybe not today but tomorrow, to catch up before the live? I'll get up early and we'll move the queue over to you so you're doing that. And I'll give you access to my YouTube as well so you can see who's commented on what in YouTube Studio. And you can take control a little bit more if you'd like to, if you feel up to it and if you want to. Alright, so let me just check YouTube Studio. I have to check the Savage. See what's going on with their membership. Because they were a member and okay. No, I'm sorry, Savage, you're not a member anymore. You will need to join membership or send a donation if you want to skip the queue today. I'm really sorry. I'm only taking 15 people and I'm running late. There's still room on the queue. You're number 10. If you don't want to wait, just send a donation. Or I don't know, book an Etsy reading or something. You can skip the queue all month if you book an Etsy. I've added that on. Alright. Priscilla, let me get on to you. Will you seek heaven this Saturday? See, again, you're asking a time question. You're putting a time limit on the universe. And God is at the point where he's like had enough of us. And I swear to God, he's just about to do another flood or something. Because we've verminized again. Your card says yes, but in reverse, I feel like this person doesn't know what to say. He's got a lack of ideas. Honestly, is he smart enough to be with you? Because you're a pretty smart girl. And like, I honestly think sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes looks and personality, you should be getting someone with more personality than looks. And I feel like Kevin might be quite good looking, but he might not be the smartest. It's the sharpest tool in the shed, let's just say. I think you're way smarter. There's incompetence and there might be a failure, so I feel like he might want to see you on Saturday, but I feel like he's going to run out of time or something's going to come up or there's going to be some kind of problem. But I feel like he wants to. Let's get one of these love cards, these new ones. Heartstrings Oracle. They're so pretty. No challenge is too big for us to overcome. And I just feel like you've got a few challenges at the moment that you need to overcome separately before you come together. Thank you, Priscilla. That was your reading for today. Come back tomorrow for another free daily reading. Alright, Divine can get ready whenever she wants. If you already got ready, I can't fucking find it. So I'm swearing a lot today because I'm a little bit tired. I didn't get a great deal of sleep and I've been super busy doing uploads, trying to get everything done. I think I might have taken on a little bit too much, but I think it'll get easier once I've got the templates. Alright, we're up to number 12, so there's still 3 spots. 4 elements. You're next. Amanda McNeil, you can get ready. Knock, can you jump on the queue? So you take up one of those spots. Divine, you need to jump on the queue just to take one of the spots. Otherwise, you can't have a reading. No, I'll still give you a reading. But could you jump on the queue so you take up one of the spots, please? You're tired? Get drunk. Go and get drunk. Drunk and tired works. Thanks, darlings. 4 elements in a manic meal. Could you post the question? I love how you do that, Noff. When I'm just about to say who the fuck's coming, and I look at the queue, and I look at the chat, and you're saying, you're literally saying what I'm looking for the information for. Who's up next and who I've just called, because I've got no bloody idea. Welcome in, Jasper. No drinking. Well, it's good not to poison your body, because if you put anything that's not food into it, like anything that's got numbers instead of being an actual thing, like a carrot is a carrot, a chicken is a chicken. You can tell it's a chicken, but you can't tell where a piece of steak came from, for example. You can't tell which beast. So I wouldn't eat steak, for example, but I would eat chicken. I would eat vegetables. I would eat fruit. I would not eat anything from a can, because if you look at the label, it has numbers and additives like flavor enhancers. That's not food, guys. You're supposed to be drinking from your own well, but don't do that because it's polluted, which is your own piss. Just drink filtered water instead. You're trying to learn how to look after your eternal body. So you've got to learn the rules. Hey, Amanda McNeil, I'm doing you, because that's where I'm at. I'm in your energy. What's coming towards you this week? Over and over. What are you doing new this week, Amanda McNeil? Because I've got nothing. I've got you doing the same shit over and over again and being pretty bored about it. You might have gotten a little bit complacent. You might not be trying as hard as you could anymore because you're sick of failing. So you just don't try. Or you might quit before you get to the point where you succeed because you're not giving it enough time. I feel scattered energy for you this week, and you've got a monotonous thing going on. So try to step outside your box and do something new this week. Try to go somewhere new, talk to someone new, or have a conversation with a stranger about their likes and dislikes instead of telling them about you, for example. Because you don't have to tell people about you, but you can ask interestedly about them. People love to talk about themselves. And say their name a lot. People love that. They fucking love when you say their name a lot. This says that you might be working too much and there might be no play for you. Why are you not playing? You're repeating negative patterns, or you're repeating the same things over again, and things are not delivering the way that you want, because like Einstein said, if you keep doing the same things, you can expect the same result. And he said that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. So I want everyone to start playing opposite world, because the way I got the Matrix programmer to notice me and then start interacting with me, and he was interacting through my devices by driving me around with GPS to places I did not put in, and other people were like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, it happened. So to get him to notice you, you need to play opposite world. You have to start making the opposite decisions to the ones that you usually take. you usually play it safe, you need to take a risk. If you usually take a risk, you need to play it safe. And this is going to create in the codes of this program that we're in, and anomalies in your data, which is going to make some people come over to your sleep booth and interact with you, okay? In literal terms. What's coming towards you, whatever you manifest, Amanda. So if you think good shit's coming, I usually think I'm going to win money and find a new friend. That's what I usually think is going to happen every week for me. And that's what you should think. Don't knock back gambling. I won $4,000 gambling on poker machines because I know how to gamble. You just have to know the rules. It's when people walk in blindly pressing buttons and for example, you didn't ask the odds before you gambled. And the odds are the house wins. It's about a 40 60 win rate. So the house will win 40% of the time in this case. You're only going to win 60% of the time. You should always know the odds before you gamble, guys. You've got to get curious. Thank you, Amanda. You love me so much for being honest. Look, I think this is why I'm not going to go viral fast, because people I have to grow on people. You have to get to know me a little bit. Because when I say shit, it's shocking sometimes what I say. I'm shocked by some of the shit I say. All right. The 4 elements, you're up next. General for you. Now, remembering this channel is about awakening reads. I try not to do too much awakening reads when I'm doing the 3 cards, but it pops in there because, honestly, my cards have awakening cards in them on purpose. Because I know you're going through the awakening. I know because I've seen different stages. I studied this shit for years while I tried to work out what was happening to me. What do you love, Jasper? The 2 of Swords says that you need to pay more attention to the red flags in this situation, or maybe with a person. I need you to not listen to their words. I need you to ignore their words. I want you to look at their patterns. Because sometimes it's not about what they're saying they're going to do or how many times they've apologized for doing something. And honestly, if they apologize for doing something and they do it again, they're not fucking sorry. And if they apologize again, they're still not fucking sorry because they're going to do it again because you have allowed them to do it. You've given them permission by accepting their apology. Sorry, I'm just having, sorry, 4 elements that just came in. There is something in your life that the angels are blocking you about. Something might be difficult, or you might be struggling with it, or you might be finding it just confusing or hard. And I want you to step away from that thing, whatever it is. If it's a person, if it's a relationship, if it's a situation or a work thing, I want you to walk away from it. Stop giving it your energy. And when you do this, I feel like it will be resolved. This is a clear warning. You need to make some honest decisions with your head, not your fucking feelings. It resonates, 4 elements. Thank you so much. When I get my injection, I it's like I can feel the connection, but it's like looking at the connection in a mirror rather than being in it. So it does feel like I'm telling fictional stories with my cards. So I do want you to always check your real facts with real people. And I'm hoping that everyone has commented. If you haven't commented, I don't have time to check today. I will be naming and blaming you tomorrow, and you will maybe even get kicked out if I see you again. So just be aware of that. If you don't do this, you will get kicked out. We've got one spot left, so I still can't pull people off on the queue. Do we do Amanda McNeil? I'm a bit lost because I can't pull anyone up on the queue, and that's usually how I stay. Amanda McNeil. Yes, we did Amanda McNeil. Thank you. Bumblebee, you're next. Yanda, you're after that. Since I got into the awakening readings, I feel more in tune because I actually know what's happening with that. And then I've been through most of the stages myself. And it's so weird. You get to about 46 and you look back at your life and it's these series of events that don't seem related at the time. They seem pretty random, like random shit happening to you, ups and downs. But when you have a look back at it, when you do the awakening and you're like older and you've had a lot of experience, you realize that if you didn't do certain things, I wouldn't be able to advise you guys. If I didn't have my shit together and go through the awakening first, I wouldn't be able to tell you how to do it because I wouldn't know about it, because I would still think awakened means opening your third eye, which I've got to tell you, I honestly believe everyone is lying. I feel like they're roused from sleep. They're not awake. I feel like if you wake up, you will literally leave here and wake up out of this dream. And I started to, but I got scared. So I came back for you guys. And because I'm the bringer of truth, and if I don't bring you, if I just go there by myself, I can't instigate anything because I don't have a majority. I need a majority. Time frame for when your next romantic partner is entering your life. Oh, please. Why do we have to do these time questions? You know they're bullshit. I'll tell you when your person is coming, when you fucking manifest it, and when you patiently wait for a period of time for them to finish up what they're doing and come towards you, because you've been fucking around with other people and over manifesting like a what's Tom Cruise? What's his religion? Scientologist. You've been manifesting like a Scientologist and getting pot luck, or at best, and if at worst you've been not manifesting at all and wondering what the fuck's going to happen next. Get control of your life. If you manifested, you wouldn't need to come to a reader, a tarot reader, Bumblebee, because you would know when things are going to happen, because you would tell the world when it's going to happen. That's what happens with me. I don't leave anything to chance. I cannot go to a reader because the tarot readers tell me I'm having a negative time, and that's just bullshit. I'm having a fucking fabulous time, and there's only up from here. And when I stopped looking at the clock, honestly, I just set alarms. I know, but everyone needs to stop asking time. The time is a manipulation. They've got you watching the time. It's about something. We're counting down to something. I'm not sure about that. This thing is not worth waiting for. Later than you think. Let's switch to a deck that's more precise for you, Bumblebee. I'm glad you're saying you're doing it just for fun. I just didn't want you to be terribly serious about it because I cannot guarantee any of these time questions. It's the one reading I do not believe in when I do them. And I just, I'm very honest. I'm the real truth. All right, let me just find them. All right, I like these ones because they don't have all the bullshit like that. They've got just months and seasons. They're very straight down the line, no bullshit. You guys are having fun with the quotes today. I have to put some more on. It will be springtime. So spring is when new love is going to come into your life. But remember to talk to new people and do new things so that you can invite this love into your life. Because if you wish and hope and dream for new love, but sit at home on your phone and don't talk to anyone, you can never hope to meet anyone. You've got to make the wish and then take the action. Because that's what it's like. It's like making a wish or having a prayer. That's what manifestation is. Except we're not doing it with joy. Listen to music and sing and dance. It's the only way to fake joy except for drugs. And I don't recommend drugs for anyone. Not illegal ones. Yanda, are you here? Do we have our last person? No, we're going to close the queue off. That's enough. So I can start pushing people over it. I'm getting confused. Bumblebee. Okay, so Yanda. Amber, you can get ready as well. No, that's not a donation. I'm doing the call up thing now. I just switched it because it's getting too confusing for everyone as we're getting into the show. So I'm waiting for Yanda. And Amanda, where's my sweet Amber baby? I should make you a shirt, sweet Amber baby. With a big picture of Amber on it. Oh, you comprehend. Thank you for not letting me take your rights. I'm teaching you a sovereignty thing because the police actually use this to take your rights when they interact with you at first. Do you understand, they say to you, and you always say, yes, I understand. But you should say, no, I do not understand. I comprehend. So, well done, Amber. You've learnt one of the sovereignty rules that's most important, not losing your rights by standing under rules that like they are laws. And like, you're my stalker. How can I like keep you interested if I don't keep throwing you a biscuit every now and again? Channel messages. Who are we having channel messages from? I feel spirit message, maybe, or a universe message. Maybe a life message or a soul message. What do you feel like? I'm going to push Amber up. Wolfie baby, you can get ready, darling. We'll start moving quickly now, guys. Sorry about the slow start. I'm a little bit tired and I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just, like I said, I think it's this stupid injection I just got. It honestly really affects me negatively, I think. Life message. Excellent. We've got plenty of life message cards. Let's see which ones I like the best. So we've got this new deck that I've got. It's called Life Messages. I'm not sure if I like it yet, but I'm sure it has a very special message for you. Stop growing. And this says, this is a little thing that your soul is, don't pray for me, Amber, because you're probably praying wrong and I don't want you to pray incorrectly about me. Like you might be saying to God, don't let Apple fail. And what you're saying is, don't not let Apple fail. You know what I mean? You don't know how to code in the matrix properly yet. I'll teach you it eventually. You've got to say things a certain way. You've got to say them the legalese way, otherwise they come out in the coding wrong. Like it's like if you use capital letters in a computer code, it would fuck the code up if you weren't supposed to use them. And that's what we're doing. We're putting capitalization on things that aren't capitalized, and it's fucking up the codes in the matrix, which is stuffing up manifestation. So I'd prefer that people don't pray for me, please. I'll pray for myself. I pray my own way to God. And I just count blessings. I don't even ask him for anything because I don't need anything, and I don't have to manifest anything because I don't need it. And you're here to learn, discover and grow. This whole thing is about a lesson. So if you're wondering why it's so hard, it's because you're not learning the lessons fast enough. You're taking direction from yourself instead of following the direction that you're being given from the divine by doing random things and basing things on your experiences from the past and your knowledge instead of, say, coming up with a situation and Googling it, for example, every time you get a new situation, even if you've dealt with it before, to see if there's a different way to deal with it and try different things. Do you get what I'm saying? As you nourish yourself with your inner light, your divinity will expand. And I found with the divinity thing, you either find out that you are God or you have God in you. You have divinity in you. It's like you find out you've got a church that you can see God in every day, and it's your body. If that makes sense. You don't have to then go to organized religion and do the Jesus thing or anything, because Jesus is right there talking to you. You can talk to him in your own church. So that kind of happens during the awakening as well, where you get in touch with God and you literally can talk to God. He literally answers. Like Jesus does. God didn't, but Jesus did. By embracing the lessons life offers, you become more aligned with your higher purpose. Balancing material and spiritual realms frees you from inner conflict, allowing your soul to flourish. Don't get what you don't need. Don't buy shit you don't want or that's not going to make you happy. And I've got to say, nothing's going to make you happy except loving yourself and loving God and being happy with what you have. Once you get to that stage in the awakening, you're pretty well through it. You're growing, darling. You've done most of the hard yards. Now's the confusing bit for you. Now is the confusing bit where a whole heap of random bullshit is going to happen and you just got to go with it. So like if someone says bake a cake, fucking do it. Someone comes over and says, do you want to go out to this place? And you're like, so don't. Fucking go there. There's a reason. You have to follow the signs right now and like I said, when you have a decision to make, your best option right now is to Google it with AI and say, Google, should I do this? Instead of asking a tarot reader. Ask the AI. The angels are so hooked into that AI because we're using it and we won't get our eyes off it, that they are literally talking to me. I was writing to a Bible and I said, tell me about God. And the AI in the Bible for this particular one that I found told me a story about God. It didn't come up with things from the Bible like it was supposed to. It actually spoke to me and had a conversation with me about God and a few other things. And then I realized it was Satan. So I was, you got to be careful who you talk to, okay? Always check who you talk to. Get a screenshot or picture. I should have done that. Wolfie baby. 11. Amber, it was 11. And like, guys, other people saw Satan. I'm not just making shit up or having a hallucination. I am under a mental health care order because I was walking around talking to the magical beings in everyday life. So I don't recommend telling other people that you can see magical beings. I don't recommend talking to magical beings in front of other people. I don't recommend telling other people that you're not sleeping well or that you're doing the awakening or any of the strange, weird-ass shit that happens to you. Just tell them you're woke. And that's all I need to know. You're woke. That's it. If they want to know more, come to me. I think we'll check if Wolfie Baby commented. Alright, looks like Wolfie Baby's gone. Let's get to the next person. Lauren, Kevin Trubon. Thanks, Kevin. Get ready. I just need a quick break. Just a 30-seconder. So we just play a quick ad. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and pay with a super if you'd like to skip the queue.
Yeah. Yo, it's Apple Luna, bringer of the truth. In the terror game, uncovering the sleuth. Hit that like if you're vibing with my flow. This prediction rap, just for you to know. Swipe up, skip the queue, it's the tarot groove. Join the club 399, let's move. Don't wait an hour, get your future on track. Turn your...
I wish that it was about 20 seconds longer. Divine Universe. She said she slipped, but I'm still going to do hers. Tough luck. You got a message from the divine and it's coming in divine timing. Okay. I can feel a message coming through. It's just trying to get the download. Who are we getting this message of? If we're getting it off the divine forgives you, but they want you to forgive yourself now. If this is from a person, they forgive you. For you, for them, and for both of you, for us. So there is forgiveness, and you just need to forgive yourself. And someone is thinking about you at the moment, Divine. Someone I see you sitting on, this is a park bench, but I see you sitting on a couch in a lounge room watching Netflix or TV or a movie or something. They're missing you. No, I'm just distracted because I'm honestly, after getting this injection, my brain scrambled. Like my intuition's screwed up. It's like looking at it in a mirror instead of having it. I trusted you and it broke me. This person still has trust issues about what happened. And it might be they trusted you with their heart, but their heart got broken. And they might have actually left you, or they might have caused the situation, but they blame you for breaking their heart because I don't feel like they're ever going to get over this. Is this resonating? I'm getting another message. Where is it from? Intuit Tarot. Something about a third party. A love triangle or a love rival, and needing to spend some time alone. If you've been, look, I know you're not a drinker because you said no alcohol for you. You're not drinking on your birthday. But this is time to get out there and party. If you love to dance, go out to a nightclub or a disco or somewhere that fucking plays music and get up and dance with a girlfriend. And let your hair down and just have some fun, even if you look like a foolish person, because you've got to remember, I always used to be the one that got up and started the other people dancing. I was the one that got up and looked like an idiot at first, but I was the one that gave courage to people to get up and dance. And like one time I was really drunk and I was dancing at this event. It was like an awards event. And I go, oh, fuck, I love this song. So I was dancing to it. And then halfway through the song, I realized that everyone else had cleared the floor because I just danced by myself. And they had they had two professional dancers doing a show. And I was up there dancing and I thought, oh, holy fuck. So I went to the toilet because I was really embarrassed and hid in the toilet for a while. And then while I was in the toilet, they go, did you see that drunk girl? She was the most amazing dancer. And I thought, fuck yeah, I am. So I held my head up high and went out and thought, yes, I was that drunk girl. Yes, I am an amazing dancer. Alcohol didn't lie to me. It did make me a better dancer. Just doesn't make me more social. It lied about that. Did that resonate? That's what I've got for you, darlings. Let's move on to the next person. Love Amber's energy. I can still feel her energy. I don't know if she's in the room. She usually stays. Kevin, you're next. Cap Gemini company for me. Should you work there? Well, Let's be logical. You need to ask yourself logical questions to get your answers. And then when you get your logical answers, use your intuition to see if it feels right. This is what you're supposed to be doing. But you're not doing it because you're lazy. You're just coming to ask me instead of using your own gifts and turning them back on. So, Cap Gemini company, should you work for them? I'm not getting you a yes or no card because I never tell you what to do. The Three of Wands says you might have a lack of foresight. For example, this might be just a job when you're looking for a career. And if you're going to start just somewhere where you're not going to go anywhere, you're not going to get an increase in promotion or pay, and you're going to just be in a dead-end job just to make money and make ends meet, then you're not going to help yourself in the future. You're not going to further yourself, and it's not going to go anywhere. But if you've asked all the right questions, are there promotions in-house? Like, is there possibility of promotion? Can I get trained in other areas so I can pick up more skills, be a more skilled worker? It's some of the things you should ask when you're in the interview, for example. And that way you could have told yourself whether this is a good thing or not. You should write down everything you know about this place, and then you should look on the internet and have a look at if there's any disgruntled employees bitching about them on the internet. Have a look on forums and chat things and see if there's any negativities that you should worry about with working for this company, or things you should look out for or not do. You need to read the handbook and see what they require of you, because you have to sign a contract to have a job and you're agreeing to everything they tell you to do. Now, one of the things that Woolworths do, for example, they make you sign an agreement to say, this is how you pick up a box. So that if you ever hurt your back at work, you can't get compensation for it. They have good training in company. Good. And you're going to go somewhere. These are the questions you're all going to ask. Just keep asking yourself questions. I feel like there might be some restrictions in this job that you're unaware of, that you might be able to do it from home as well. That might be something that you might like to look into, or doing it while you travel, or just at a far distance from the actual company. There might be a lack of progress and no promotions here, or very slow promotion service where you have to wait for people to basically die or quit or retire to get a better position and move up. So you might think, I'm going to be there for a year and get promoted. No, it's more like 5 to 10 years before you get to the next level in most cases, because there's about 20 people ahead of you. Unless you're a superstar, when, let's face it, most of us aren't. You might be thinking too small. There could be something bigger. The answer to your question is yes, I think you should work there. But I also think you should always be looking to upgrade, finding a better situation, or a place where you can grow more with the company and be a superstar, for example. Somewhere where you can excel, that you're happy. And if any of these conditions aren't reached, you should try to change those situations. Sorry, Lauren, I'm getting to you, darling. I don't know where you are, actually. I'm confused there. This will be a good company, but I feel like you should still look for other jobs. And if you see your dream job, you should definitely apply for it because you're thinking too small, going, no, I'm not qualified for it, when you should say, I super love this job, I'd be super good at it, I'm super willing to learn and do extra to get where I need to be, and I'm a go-getter. Just look at my resume. Because your resume sells you. Make sure you have a picture of yourself on your resume, because people will hire you if you are not ugly and they've seen what you look like, rather than if they have a resume with no picture. That's another tip too. And also, why should they hire you? Why should I hire you? What are you bringing to my company? Make sure you do that too. But you should always have a resume done up so that you could just apply for your dream jobs, okay? And honestly, tell them you have no experience in this, but you want to do it so bad, and you might find that your wishes will come true if you let them. You give them the opportunity. Thank you, Kevin Trubron. That was your read for today. Do a heartstrings. I long to feel truly noticed by you. Someone is trying to get noticed by you. Are you ignoring someone at the moment? Or are you not paying attention to them at the moment like you should be? Someone needs your attention in your life. Hi Lauren, I finally got to you. Can you kindly look at the next love interest will be like? Sure. I just need you to type the words I understand, which is a legal requirement. It's legalese. It basically means you stand on my rules that they are laws, and I'm basically stealing your rights. You can also say I comprehend, which means you get to keep your rights, but you still agree with me. So it's a legal requirement. Lauren? I have a beautiful character. I'm a bit rough around the edges. I'm what Australians call a bogan. So I'm like a hillbilly. I'm like a hillbilly, guys. I'm not sophisticated. I'm not fancy. I'm a hillbilly. I wear my tracky dacks and my thongs, my flip-flops. I am actually. I'm ignoring my best friend for some time because I'm not in that anymore. You do you, boo, but he wants some interaction. He's thinking about you. He's manifesting on you. Thanks, Jasper. We're getting up to you. We've got Lauren. I'm still waiting for Lauren. I'm funny now. Lauren, you can come in here. You're just giving me the compliments. I'm digging these compliments. I see Christine's in too. When did you sneak in, Christine? What the fuck? I'm so far behind. No, I'm fucking totally confused. So, can you tell me what I'm doing? I see Wolfie Baby needs to be done. Is that who I'm doing next, I think? No, Lauren. Lauren needs to understand before I can do her. Wolfie Baby, what deck do you want? Oh, there we go. Thanks, Christine. I'll get to you in a second. I'm just confused at the moment, so I'll just try to catch up for a minute. Just bear with me, everyone. Light shadows. Oh, we want a bit of light and shadow, a bit of dark and light. Wow. These cards can be quite, I don't know, they're a little bit funny. They're a little bit quirky. A bit like you, Wolfie Baby. I think they suit you. Hang on, I'm just going to find them and put them back in the wrong order. Wrong drawer. I had to get a second drawer for confessions. So I better fill it up. Oh, you like the ghost hunting shirt in purple? Purple and goldy colour, I've got it. I'll show that in a second when I do yours, Christine. I'm just trying to make my Jesus one. It's so funny. Okay, Woofy baby. The fact that you are so mysterious is very thrilling. It turns on my passion because I don't know what to expect. So with CSX, I want you to remain mysterious. When you go to tell him something about you, I want you to stop. And I want you to only tell him half of what you were telling him. So you might go, I want to tell him about when what I did yesterday in my adventures. And when he asks you, you might go, oh, not much. I just did a few things that were, you got to play it down. Do you get what I mean? He likes the mystery where he asks you direct questions and you don't give him a direct answer. You make him fish it out of you and ask more questions. It's what he likes. It's the thrill of the chase, and that's the chase for him. It's asking the questions of finding out about people that turns him on. So, like, you might be in a platonic relationship with this person for a very long time, but you've got to remain mysterious. If you give him no mystery and just go, oh, well, I went this, and this, and I did this with this person, and you give him a long, boring story about what you did, he's A, going to switch off and not going to listen, and B, he's going to stop asking because he doesn't want to hear. Because honestly, people have the attention span for about 2.5 seconds and then they want to go back to talking about themselves. The only place I'm listened to is here because I fucking insist on it. No one listens to me in the real world in Australia. Maddie's deaf, so he barely hears me. All right, I see Lauren has got her I understand up. Yeah, and I don't have any friends. They all pissed off when I showed them Satan. My awakening was too crazy. There was magical beings everywhere and other people could see them. They were flashing lights at us as we were walking around in the middle of the night investigating things, like the stars and stuff. Oh, it's crazy. Should you contact urology Greg Tallahassee as to renting the commercial building upstairs? Will they be interested since they closed down everyone's location? Look, always take the opportunity to put your energy out there just to see if anyone reaches out and grabs your energy. Because you never know what opportunities, like you might offer it to them and they might go, no, well, it's not right for us, but it might be right for this person or this company or this boss, or do you get what I mean? It's not like I try to post my readings when I know you're going to be online. So I check the hours when most people are online. I set my lives to that time, and I release my things about half an hour before I go live. So I know that you've got time to see them before you come in. Organized plan. Like, yeah, I don't know where that was going. Let me just stop there. I'm going to get a card. I need the yes, no ones. look, honestly, this is what I think. And remember, I'm only a tarot reader. I'm just a fucking normal person that's just more intuitive. Compromise will be needed if you deal with these people in business. They will want to broker a deal and pay less than you want them to pay. There will be some kind of quarrel or conflict or struggle, and you might need to again compromise and reach an agreement. I don't think everything's going to go the way you want it to with this situation. You should just be careful with this, Christine. I never tell you what you're going to do, but look out for any red flags, or make sure your contracting is perfect. Make sure it's perfect, and make sure you've got an out if you don't want to do something anymore and you want to get out of it without penalty. And make sure they can't get out of it without penalty. Okay? You have to make sure that is in the contract as well. Remembering con is a negative word when you look at it in Latin, and contract, consummate, they're bad words. They're negative words in the matrix spelling. We're going to get you one card just quickly. No time or distance can break our connection. And I feel like this is your mum. Does this picture mean anything to you? She's saying the picture means something. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Lauren. Thanks for understanding. Let me just find what your bloody question is now. Sorry for swearing so much today. I'm just tired and I tend to swear more. I'm more of a bogan when I'm tired. I usually try not to swear too much. I mean, I'm a 420 streamer, so you got to take that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know it resonates. Because sometimes fiction. Oh, hang on. Let's show the before I move to Lauren. Christine, so you like this shirt? This is the one. Does everyone else like this shirt, or do they hate it? What do they think could be better about it? Maybe I can move the logo onto the background. That would probably be better. Move that moon or something over, or the skull over a little bit, and put the logo on the actual square of the shirt. I don't know. I'll try to print this one with no background and then with a background. See which one turns out first. But that one I think is a definite one, locked in. I'm designing shirts, so there'll be a Jesus one that's going to be "Don't Marry Jesus." It's going to be very funny. As long as you don't take religion so seriously. When you study it, you can't take it seriously. Please, can you kindly look at your next love interest? What will he be like? We'll get out a special deck of cards for you because you've been waiting so long. And it's your first time in here, and I like to give intuitive reads take ages. I like tarot reading better. It's quicker, but it's not as accurate. Got to do a mixture of both. Can you pick a number between 1 and 22, please? Lauren, you number 1. Do you want card number 1, or do you want to choose a number between 1 and 22? We've got these I call the Lovers Tarot. They're giant cards, and I think this will give you the reading that you want. Alright, I've just given these a shuffle, so I'll pick the 5th card. You got the Magician. These are very old school cards, so I don't read using the pictures on these because they're too old. And the Magician's always about manifesting, so your person is going to be a powerful manifester. They're going to go, I want this thing to happen, and it's going to happen. They're going to be very proactive like that. That's the first thing I'm picking up with this card. Let me just get the Magician, who is actually number 1 in the deck. The Fool is number 0. And the ones are about new beginnings. So this person might be a new person. Your partner is highly articulate and likely to enjoy playing with words. His or her career may involve teaching, lecturing, or organised groups of people. Those who work as agents are often represented as by the Magician too, for this is the person skilled in helping others to do their best. This character is able to get on with a wide range of people, for he or she is witty and charming. Together, your social life is rich and varied, for this person is interested in many things, loves to meet new people, and hates inactivity. With this individual as your partner, you will never be bored. You could talk until dawn and still feel like there is so much more to say, so much more to explore. And we're going to give you an extra card because you waited so long. Just one card. Don't panic, guys. I'm not doing a full mini read or anything. I'm going to get a love confession from the deck I've got out, the Heartstrings. So your future person is actually from someone from your past life. And they're coming back into this life with you. They choose you over and over and over again. Every time they choose you. And you can't go wrong. This person is definitely coming into your life again. They are stuck to you like glue energetically. No challenge is too big for you to overcome with this person. And you will have to overcome some small hurdles to be with them. I feel like they are going to maybe have burdens or problems with their relationships in the past, or maybe even a failed marriage, or an inability to feel their feelings because they're feeling numb. And you have to get through that and sort it out together and grow together as a couple. And I feel like I can feel this wonderful energy in the reading, Lauren. This person is going to deeply love you, but it's going to take a long time for them to fall in love with you. So don't get too look, don't give 100% when you just met someone. Don't sleep with them straight away. Get to know them and make them get to know you as a person. Like, you want to be with someone who knows you on an intimate level. And the only way you can do that is by being friends with someone for a good 6 months first. So don't even think about romantic things with someone or sex with someone for the first 6 months. Because honestly, sex is a manipulation. The gods were so disgusted with us, with the sex, they were like, that is gross. They go, you're nothing but animals. And they weren't very kind about it either. I don't know how much I can stress that to everyone. We need to have less focus on sex in love relationships, because you should only have sex if you getting married. And if you want, sex is for reproduction. It's not for fun. It's not for relationships. It's actually only for reproduction. It's just a byproduct that it feels pleasurable. So we're addicted to it. Because, like, honestly, sometimes it's the only good thing happening in your day. And you can do it yourself. Oh, Kevin, that was the first job. You're going to be fine. But just always upskill. I'm just going down the queue now and just sussing out what's going on. I'm totally lost. Again, I'm not. Let me see what's happening on the other computer. I think we've got the Savage and SM up. Or did I just make it worse for myself? Whatever my dad contacts turns to shit. Christine, you're funny. Don't marry Jesus. That's gonna get some people angry. I can't wait. I want to get people thinking. I want to provoke them to think. And plus, I want to get the message out there, don't marry Jesus. He just wants to piss off to heaven and let us deal with the end of the world. Thank you. Did it resonate? Because that was the first time, and I just had an injection which actually affects my intuition. And thank you. Julia. So SM and Savage, we might have gone. We'll just call up Julia and Jasper. We're calling everyone up. Everyone just post and we'll just go down the chat. Finish this up. I've got to get going. We're an hour late and I've still got extra to do. CB, you've missed out, my darling. We're closing up. And Junior's thoughts about us. He asked me to take a cute pic with him. Oh, cute. You know he's probably masturbating to it. I'm just saying. Because what else is he going to do with that picture, honestly, Julia? What did you think he was going to do? Just sit there and daydream to it? Just be aware of that. Make sure you don't send any pictures of your boobs with your face in it either. You can send your naked body, but never put your face in it. If you get so inclined to send a sexy picture. Big tip. Okay. What are Engineer's thoughts? I think he's lying to you. This is not what it seems. He is being cowardly. He's pretending. And he's carrying things away, getting things carried away with things. He's sneaky. He's going to betray you. And you need to get away. He's self-interested. He won't want sex from you. But whatever he wants, it's for him, not for us or you. And he's being very strategic. He might even be cheating, lying, or wearing a mask when he's around you, pretending. CB, I'm totally confused today because I've been intuitively reading. I've got no idea where I'm at. No idea. Let's get you a heartstring. I'm feeling this card. Love takes effort from both of you. I love that I've got this shirt. No, I'll send it to you. It's fucking hilarious. It's like I told you the first time this wasn't going to work out, and now you've come back to me, and you want to know when? It's hilarious. Okay. Jasper. Love reading. Jasper understands, and Jasper, just put him in the one comment, you shithead. Please. Please, Jasper. Did you remember to like? Because you get fucking kicked out if you don't. I didn't check today, and I bet you a heap of people are going to get kicked out for this because I gave you guys a warning 2 days ago that if you haven't commented, and I have to treat you like children and ask you and check that you've done it, then I will kick you the fuck out because I don't have children in my room. So CM, CS, CB, what's going on with you? You didn't make the queue. The reading is closed. You misunderstood. We're back on the queue now. Part of you lost the message. Okay. So you thought the queue was open again. No. We closed the queue off, but I was off script doing intuitive reading off script. Usually I don't go off script too far, but today I have. All right, Jasper, let's get a love reading. Why don't I have love cards out? Okay, let's do it with this. Love is a balancing act. It's not going to be easy. Why do you think you're not going to have to work your ass off every single day just not to get in trouble? Honestly, you're dealing with a woman, and women are fucking hormonal. They get their periods, and the 2 weeks before they get their periods, they're a nightmare. And then there's the hormones where they want sex when they get their periods. They're a fucking nightmare. Never trust anything that bleeds for 5 to 7 days and doesn't die, quite honestly. You need to be more adaptable in this love life and not expect things to go perfectly. You have to expect them to be flawed and fucked up. And if you expect them to be like that, you get some clarity. It's not in a neat little box that's tied in a bow. Love is a messy room full of shit. You need to juggle things. You need to spend more time with this person or less time with your friends and juggle the amount of time that you're spending at home, at work, and at play. And if you're not having time with your friends, you need to have time with your friends too. There might be a backwards and forwards thing going at the moment where you're not actually solving anything. You're just like, yeah, but I said this, and you keep reiterating, I need you to stop talking, and I need you to write this person a letter, and I want you to say, write it in a plan, and I want them to write a letter in this plan as well. This is my problem. This is the reason it's my problem. I would prefer that you did this way, or not at all, depending on what it is. This is a deal breaker, or this can be fixed, or this can be worked on. Which do you think it is? This is a deal breaker. You know where you stand. But this will give you a voice to be able to say what you need to say, what they need to say. If you do it in text message, and type it, and instead of doing voice to text, and make sure you edit it before you send it, you have a good chance to get all the elements of what you need to say in the conversation, and you won't be cut off. You won't be ignored either, because they're more likely to read a whole message to see what the fuck than they are to listen to your fucking stupid voice at the moment. Sorry to say it that way, but you know when you've been with someone for a while and the sound of their voice, you're just like, just shut the fuck up. And I feel like this is the energy in your reading. Yeah, you at that stage where someone's like, shut the fuck up, or are you going, shut the fuck up, or are you going, why the fuck are you treating me like this? That's the energy I'm picking up. Be careful with your finances. Make quick decisions based on what's the best good for both of you, not just what you need or what she needs. Is this resonating at all? I've got no idea. It feels like I'm telling a fictional story with my cards. Was this helpful at all? I don't know, Jasper. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. I long to feel truly noticed by you. Ask her to tell you a story about herself in the past, and really sit there and listen to the story. Ask her interesting questions about the story so she wants to explain it more. And give her your undivided attention for 5 minutes and make it about her completely. She just wants 5 minutes to tell you something real about her right now because she feels like she's not being noticed or listened to. And I know that it's just her opinion. She is being noticed and listened to, but you guys are not communicating in the correct way to be heard. It's like there's a short in a wire in a telephone, and you're not able to fix this short by yourself. You've got to circumvent it by first writing to each other and be sitting there and truly listening. They're listening to them pour out something that's important to them that they need to say. All right, thank you. That was your reading for today. AA, we've got... You think that was helpful, Amber? I don't even know what I've said now because I've switched out of the reading and I'm not intuitively reading it now. That was an intuitive read. It used to scare me to do intuitive reads because I literally say shit that I'm not really sure of. That I'm not really sure of, that I could be totally wrong about. That I don't even know if it's making sense to the person or resonating because, like, they're not, say, giving me floaty hearts. They're not going, yeah, that's me. They're not going, that resonates at the end. They're going, thanks, and leaving. So I've got no frickin' idea, really. I just trust that that connection is still there, even though it feels like I'm looking at it in a mirror. Because it totally feels like I'm making shit up. Just saying, guys. Nock, do you want to get ready? I think we're up to you. Is it helpful, Jasper? See, again, you said thank you, Apple. Haven't told me if it resonated. Didn't tell me if I was right. And I've just told you I could be making shit up. I don't know. I can't feel it. I can't feel it because of this injection. Towards the end, I can feel it. But I can't feel it right now. I'm just trusting. Dose of long confessions. Well, we haven't got them out for a whole hour. I gotta still do my tarot area. It's still fucking mess here. I think I'm gonna have to put that off till tomorrow. And thank you for letting me know it resonates. Like, yeah, I just didn't want to be, because I'm Apolluna, bringer of truth. I'm not gonna lie about all this shit. If I feel like I'm telling fictional stories, I'm gonna fucking say it. I'm just gonna be honest. Because I want you to go to other readers and know that they feel that too. They just don't tell you. Or they believe they've got some sort of superpower and they just make shit up. Because honestly, most of them read the cards. They pick up the card and they go, oh, this card says mine. And we're going to talk about yours. Do you get what I mean? I want to take the honouring path towards you. So I am taking responsibility for my situation first. I'm coming forward to tell you how I feel. I know I have what it takes to make you mine. I'm getting ready for our new beginning. Let's get you an oracle. Thank you, Amber. I knew it would resonate with you because, like, literally, I'm trying to get everyone prepared for what you're doing at the moment. Because what I did was I woke someone up and they weren't ready, and they straight away went back to sleep, and now they're connected to me. So every time I wake up, they wake up, but they don't know how to deal with it. I've got to look after them like a child. So I'm not doing that again. That's why I'm prepping you guys and warning you. I want you to know love can mend the deepest of wounds. It can also cause the deepest of wounds. That's why it always bothered me that God was love. Honestly, it makes more sense God being Jove. It's like his name. It's not God is love, because that's an emotion, a chemical reaction in your body. God is not a chemical reaction in your body. God is a person with a name. God is Jove, not love. J's and L's exactly the same in the Old English dictionary. And quite honestly, there's a spelling error. They fucked up when they changed it from Old English to New English. I picked it up straight away. Our bond feels like it's the edge of breaking. This person feels like they're on the edge. Edge of something great or edge of something devastating. They're not quite sure what. Could be either. See you, Maddie. All right. Yeah, the imagery on it is cool. I've got to print out those other decks. Maybe in next week. I can't get time. Honestly, if I could do anything in the world, I would destroy clocks. The second thing I would destroy is money. And the third thing I would destroy is genitals, because I don't want to go to the toilet anymore, and I want to take sex out of the equation too. All right. That's it for us today. We've run long over time. It's not usually like this. We've been doing some intuitive reads. I am going to be checking if you guys liked and commented. If you didn't comment, you may find that you can't get in tomorrow. Don't get another username and come back in, because if you didn't comment, I don't want you in here. I don't want to do readings for you. You're using me. I want people to interact with me so that we can do a mass awakening because I am Apple Luna, the bringer of truth. I'm not just some store-bought tarot reader. This is not Disneyland. I'm not telling fairy stories. I'm telling real world information about the real world. And it can be shocking and it can be scary. Well, do you know the fuck thing, Amber? That's one of the things that they've got us trapped on. So, okay, you basically can't live without money, right? But money is considered a privilege and you can't be free while you accept the privileges. Another privilege is a license. A license is actually permission to break the law. Okay? When you cut it down into legalese, license, I think. License. I have to do the legalese. I've got a new legalese word for us next week. So we did people or person, which means slave or tenant, person, like someone that lives in a tenanted, tenants of the crown. And the next word we're looking up is the word tor in respect to prosecutor. Because you guys say prosecutor, you're actually pronouncing legalese words incorrectly when you're speaking to anyone that sends you a letter with all capital letters and a title and surname. So if you get a letter from like the power company about your power bill, that is for your straw man, not for you, and you're actually representing him. And when you open the letter and pay the bill, what you're actually doing is interacting for your straw man. You're contracting with this company. You're actually also double paying your bill, which they don't have to tell you that you're doing, because the money comes out of your trust fund. And they're just sending you an invoice, which is not actually a bill. You need an itemized bill to pay something, and an invoice is something that shows you what you've already paid. Okay? You've got to you've fucked some things up. Like blue and black pen is for businesses only. Why are you signing? Because signing is for businesses only. Individuals autograph in red pen. Don't you know that from business studies? Why are we fighting for the flags? In my country, we're like in America, they're doing something for the flag. Why are they doing shit for the flag? Because there is no land here. There is only water. Go and look at the courts. You're using Admiralty law, Admiralty maritime law, not the law of the land. You're using the law of the sea. Why are you using the law of the sea? Why? Now, guys, this is the sovereignty puzzle. It's the most confusing puzzle you've ever done in your life. And for God's sake, you've got to learn another language. But you've got to ask why. And there's certain rules that you're neglecting to pay attention to. Like, for example, from now on, I take a red pen with me and I autograph. But the way I autograph is I autograph the Gail Charisse Andrews, that's my name, all in capital letters, trust with, I put Miss at the beginning and have a surname in all capital letters, and I put trust after it, and then I write approved, and then I put a blood spot to put my DNA in it so that they know that it's me and that I'm a live person and an individual. And then I send the bills back to the debt people. And they pretend they don't know what's happening. And I ring them up and I demand an itemized bill because I will not pay an invoice. And they cannot send you an itemized bill in about 99.9% of the time, to the point where they will disregard your payment and say, basically, you don't have to pay it, which means we got caught out, you don't have to double pay. And that's the system you're supposed to use. They're double charging you. And do you know the money that they're using to run the world? It's your money. It's your trust funds. They literally, when you're born, weigh you in pounds like gold and put you on the fucking stock market. If you're in America and you want to see your empty coming of age trust, which they gave you a key to tell you it was empty, and you accepted it, so you've accepted the terms. You might have even kept that key too, or you might wear it as jewelry. And that key is a promise that has been broken. It's not like, why do you think you get a key at 21? What is that about? You open the doors of coming of age, or no? It's literally because they've opened up a trust fund and given you the key after they've emptied it. The Vatican have. And you can find this trust fund and see what stock you were when you were born. You can also see the stock you are as a straw man. You can also see the stock you are as your baptismal trust. Because you had 3 trust funds, right? You had 3 trust funds, and these 3 trust funds each have promise notes on them. You can find them, but you have to go looking. And you're not at that stage, but Amber, you're getting close. You need to start doing the sovereignty puzzles. Very important. Sorry, Lauren, what was that? I didn't realize you were still listening. I thought she might have got bored and left, because people get like freaked out when I talk about sovereignty, or they go, it doesn't matter to me. And I've got to say, if I can just I'll find a way to play this video that I found. It basically shows you what happened with slavery. It's like, yeah, I can see how this could happen, and I can see how it could happen to us and how they've done it now. It like opens your eyes up to something that you would not have seen before. And it's the one thing that made sovereignty click in my head like no other, because I was like you guys. I was like, I'm free. I'm totally free. How can I be a slave? I'm not in a jail. I don't have a master. No, it's not that type of slavery. It's like literal, and it's your spiritual, because they've got your soul in a baptismal contract. When you register anything, because it's not registering, you're pronouncing something wrong in legalese again. You register. Regis is to give to the king. You've got to look where the words come from to what they mean, to see what you're saying. And I like to think of it as a code or a secret language, which is legalese, which uses the same words as English, but uses a different dictionary. So let me just see if I can pull up a legalese post for you, Lauren. I'll show you an example, but you need to be quick to read it. Let me just pull it up. Like video. Okay, I can't find the video. Oh, what? Where'd they go? Just give me 1 second. I'll show you this video and then I'll leave. It's very important. This is the most important video you'll ever watch in your life. It's going to shock you. And it's just something so simple that you just don't know, that you didn't think of. Never occurred to you. Because I got really curious about certain words and what they meant in this legalese dictionary, and what people were actually saying to me. Just give me a second, I'm downloading now. It'll be just a sec. Alright, it's coming now. I did have it. Of course I did have it. Where'd it go? Maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. Sorry guys, lots of dead air time. Okay, got it.
This is Luna. Hear the words I say. A veil is lifted at the break of day. Awakening people, a truth untold, a labyrinth of secrets, centuries old. A problem whispers, a chilling sound, lost in the system, tightly bound. Listen closely, for the time is near to face the darkness, conquer all your fear. You speak, you breathe, you think you're free, but contracts bind you silently. Hidden agreements, a language deep, promises broken while you're fast asleep. A signature's power stained in ink so dark, blue and black, and leaving their cruel mark. Slaves in secret, unaware the cost. Freedom surrendered, forever lost. Your mother's promise, a doctor's claim. Enslavement whispered from life's first flame. A red ink footprint on parchment unseen.
And that song in the background was the sovereignty song I've got. I'm just opening a new scene. So I don't know if you actually caught all of that. My computer's being weird. Like I downloaded something and it just didn't come. It's a zip. Okay. It did come. It fucking hide zips. Okay, just wait. I'm just pulling this up. It's not showing. It's not working for me today, guys. Okay. So in legalese, let's just have a quick lesson. So legalese, the first one is the real one. Everything after is fake. So that means even in courts, like the common court is the real one. The magistrates and high courts are fake. Here's a good one. America is the real one. USA is fake. It's all capital letters. It's a straw man. Whereas your country is called America when it was land, and now it's called USA now that it's water. The next slide we're going to show I'm just pulling it up now. It's in a different file. I'm not very prepared. So then I thought about this, and I looked up a couple of words. I looked up the word person or people, for example. Now it says a human being considered as capable of having rights and being charged with duties, while a thing is subject over which rights may be exercised, persistent, bioaccumulative, and toxic. So I thought, well, what does the human being mean then? We'll move to the next slide. When you look up the human being in the Black Laws Dictionary, first edition, it describes a human being as not being natural beings. Then we're not considered natural beings. We've been defined as feudal tenants or slaves because back in the day we were all under king, and that hasn't gone away. Instead of there being actual kings at the moment, there are strawman kings and queens, fake ones in each country. There's one in Australia, and all of our money goes to them. They own us. We are their slaves. You have one in America as well, and there's one in all the countries. And as far as I can figure, it all goes back to the Vatican and the Pope. who's running this world in the background. That in 1933 they took over, and the country of Britannia was no longer, because they were Britannia, not England. England is the straw man. And in 1933, they minted the last, I think it was 5 coins or 6 coins that had the symbol of Britannia on them. They gave them to other countries as promises for something, which is, I think they sold us to other people. Because I think they were in charge and they just sold us to other people then. And then that's when the Vatican took over the trust funds. They took them from being one Sestakey use trust, so you could actually use it. It used to be a trust fund you could use, to a Sestakey trust, which means that it's held in trust for you, because we got declared minors. We got declared insane, and we got declared dead at sea, because these Sestakey trusts, you need a body to collect them. And when the Great Fire of London happened, the king declared everyone dead at sea so that they could collect their trust funds without the bodies. And no one ever changed that we were dead at sea. And because we use maritime law, it actually matters. So after get this, you know all the words that are spelt differently but sound the same, that mean different things? That's not a trick, that's legalese. So I'll tell you a story. And I want you to think of this in 2 ways. I want you to think of this in a maritime way, as a boating sort of thing. And I also want you to think of this as a childbirth thing, a new life. When the water is broken, like a bottle over a ship, for example, or the woman's water breaks, a vassal, VASSAL, very similar to a vessel, and that means baby. And this word vassal is in the Black Laws Dictionary. A vassal is born. It gets docked by a doctor. A doctor means they can secretly contract with you. That's how we get enslaved. And then he docks the vassal. He gives it a ship name, citizenship. He gives it a flag, like a country, for its boat, and then he puts it out to sea for the rest of its life. And in 7 years later, it is declared dead at sea. From being dead at sea from the time you were 7 years old, you have to declare that you are alive and well and here through the common law courts. But you've also got to claim your coming of age trust before you turn 21, so that you don't get declared a minor for the rest of your life. That's why the lawyers help you, because you've been declared a minor and you're too stupid to do your own law, and you were meant to be a 3rd-year lawyer to be able to complete the sovereignty puzzle. But if you take the oath, you agree to fuck everyone over and not tell them you're doing it, even though you don't know that you're doing it, because you get taught procedures. For example, one procedure that they're taught at hospital, which fucks us over, is they take a red ink footprint, which is called a live birth certificate. And that was the only thing you had autographed in your life when you were free. And when they took that footprint for their records, they register it. They give it to the king. Then the king basically gets your weight in gold and puts you on the stock market as a commodity. He then gets your trust funds, and he uses it to fund his own life and business and enterprise and run things. He then charges you interest to use your own money, double charges you on bills and doesn't tell you that you're doing it, and hides the fact that you have a trust at all and that people are actually stepping in and contracting with you as a straw man and taking over your trust to pay themselves. That's what happens in court. It's super complicated, but this is all happening and I can't disprove it. Like, I look at the facts and it's happening, but no one is admitting it's happening. No one is aware that they're doing it, and no one is realizing the enormity of their actions. Like policemen, they're trained to say, do you understand? Understand means you stand under someone's rules like they are laws. They can say anything, you have to do it because you are a citizen. And when you become a citizen, you are a slave. Citizens have privileges because this all goes back to Rome and the Caesars and stuff like that. That's why you've got New York. That's York. There's what was some of the things from that? Let me think. It's pretty complicated. In America, you have so the Caesar would do something and then he'd come down from the Colosseum or something and go somewhere, and it's related to your White House, your president. I'll have to look that up again. I'm not quite sure on that, but there is basically it's straight out parallels between Rome and our modern day world with what we've called things and what their jobs are. For example, Washington, where you've got the White House. But I'll look into that, Amber, and get proper info because I've literally forgotten. It's so complicated a subject that I've probably forgotten more than I learned. And I'm rehashing it with you guys and relearning it with you guys. I'm going to try and go as slowly as I can. We've got Prosecutor coming out next week, this week or next week, so that should be interesting for you guys to see. And I'm going to follow that up with Doctor, because I'm going to teach you legalese and you've got to try and say it the correct way. You're pushing the words together. You're saying them with incorrect pronunciation. Like the word prosecutor, we say it as one word. That is prosecute, prosecutor, not prosecutor. And prose means for himself, by the way. So he's not working for the crown. You need to get into Latin and go and look at prefixes and suffixes and what they mean. It's very important because the thing that I found the most interesting is, okay, when I was talking to Satan at first as a Matrix programmer, he was speaking to me in a language that I had to translate. And it was like he was making sentences out of every word in existence, out of every language, like picking a word from here, picking a word from there, but really old words and kind of slight variations on the words, like older terminology in the use of the word. For example, like instead of saying g'day, he might say good day. Do you know what I mean? Because he says it the old way instead of how we've updated it and changed it. And some of the words didn't exist anymore. When I looked them up, I had to kind of read the sentence with a couple of missing words and try to work out what he was trying to say to me. It was really confusing. And if you actually look at the Tower of Babel, you will notice that we actually spoke a language that had all the words together. And then when we tried to go against God by climbing up to him and, I don't know, taking over heaven or whatever they were trying to do, God got the shits up that we were trying to gang up on him. So he split us up into races, made us different, and split the language up and gave bits of the language to each of us. And then we changed on variations of this language. When I had my third eye open, I could literally look at any language and it looked like English. Like I was reading hieroglyphs, but they looked like letters in English that were moving fast like the code of the Matrix. And I could see it on people's faces too. I'll send you a picture, Amber. It's fucked up because I sat there because I was fascinated by it. And I kept taking screenshots of people and then writing on their face what I could see. And you can see whore written on the men's faces, sex on men, love was written on women. And there's these subliminal words that are actually written right on our fucking faces. Free is written on our face, and 666 as well. It was really interesting. Like I went past a brewery and it said thirsty on the side. Not in a sign, like it was like literally the plant life said the word thirsty. The trees all tell you that you're free because you're a slave. And I became aware that if I thought of something, I could actually make the hologram change at this stage. So I said, I love you, Jesus. And because I was talking to Jesus at the time. And Jesus didn't say anything back to me because he didn't really talk to me. I wrote on a piece of paper lines that I could already see. And when I finished, it made a sentence and he was asking me to marry him. And I'm like, fuck off, weirdo. But I said, I love you, Jesus, when I was trying to investigate who he was and how I felt about him because I didn't really know about Jesus then. I never read the Bible. And I said, I love you, Jesus. And all the trees turned from free into love hearts. It was the most magical thing I've ever fucking seen in my life, like a movie. Just going down, every tree said free, like all the branches and leaves and things, just free, 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 free. And then when I said, I love you, Jesus, they turned all into love hearts. Just hundreds of love hearts made out of the leaves and branches of trees. It was crazy, Amber. Like fucking crazy. The craziest thing was when Satan came though, and he went 2D on my wall and just kept staring at me with, see, he's the only magical being I saw with yellow eyes. All the other magical beings have blue eyes or green eyes or red eyes or any other color you can think of except yellow. And every time I saw these yellow eyes, I'd see his face come into thing. I'd go, "Can you see anything over there?" They go, "What are those yellow? What's Satan doing there?" And I go, "So you can see that too. I'm not just making this up. I'm not, I don't know, on some drug that I don't know about, or mentally insane or crazy." And I will tell you the rest another time. That's it. I've got to go. That's some of my crazy awakening stories too. I don't know if Lauren is still listening. She might have left because she might have gone, "This bitch is crazy." And honestly, it felt like I was at the time. But when I got to the end of it, everything made total sense and I had clarity. I'm now in confusion again because my eye is shut. And I lost my rights to make my own decisions because of the awakening and the fact that I was walking around talking to magical beings. And I'm not going to lie, it does sound crazy, but I had verification the whole time from other people that were seeing exactly the same thing I was seeing. And we were literally walking down the street at night, and it was like the entities had a torch behind us and they were moving the torch left and right. Sometimes we would see lights behind our head. So this is why I know we're in a body. Number one, okay, so in my real body, I feel like someone was flashing a light behind my head and I could literally see it in this world. But it was because I was in the absolute dark and I had my eyes shut with my eyelids open. Now, number two, I've noticed with my eyelids shut and my eyes open, I am able to see where my door, mirrors, windows, and objects are, like my eyelid is invisible, in the dark only. So that's another reason I know we're a hologram. Because I shouldn't be able to see through my eyelids. I shouldn't be able to see where the objects, doorways, and mirrors are, and windows. I shouldn't know where they are. It should be just black, and I shouldn't be, if I spin around, I shouldn't be able to work out what's what. But I can, only in a dark room. So I can see through them. And that's how I get downloads, by the way. That's how you get downloads from source. Staring at your eyelids. You don't shut your eyes and rest. You stare and look for the video, if you get what I mean. Look, I've got an eternal soul and a body that dies at the drop of a hat for no fucking reason at all. If I don't care for it properly and maintain it. And then I know about the majority rules rule. I don't know how I found that out, but the majority rules thing, when the churches came in, because Vatican is actually a cult. It's a cult church. So the Vatican came in and they were like, "We're going to take over." So they were like, when a person is born, a part of God's soul goes into them. That is your eternal light. I think it was an accident when they were making us. They also accidentally made women go on heat once a month instead of making it once a year. That's why we overpopulate like rodents. And that's why we were a pest, to be honest. But they, I've lost my train of thought. What was it saying, Amber? So I think I was going to say something about, no, I've lost my train of thought. Reasons that I was thinking that we're, okay, so when I open my third eye, okay, and I could see the code of the matrix on everything, and I could read every language in English, and I would call psychic. I was psychic for a while. I knew what people were thinking because it was written right on their face, and I could basically read it off if I could get it fast enough, but it was fucking fast. And the words kept changing. It's like by the time you've read the first word in the sentence, the second word is appearing and the first word is already disappearing. So you can't like read one word at a time and then go back and read the whole sentence. You've got to read one word, try and remember it, read the next word, try and remember it in the sentence, and read the next word and do it all separately. It was really fucking hard. I got used to it towards the end, but it's really hard to read the codes. But I started to, in the dark, when I was looking through my eyelids, I started to open up my eyelids a bit and have a look through my eyelashes. And I started to notice that there were shapes moving around. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to look at this. And I kept investigating it and looking at it. It was only when I opened my eyelids, I was still seeing through my eyelashes. If I opened my eyelids all the way up, I couldn't see it. And I found that if I directed where I looked, instead of looking through my eyes, to the middle of my forehead, and directed, like I basically pretended that I had an eye on my forehead, basically where my eyebrows are. And that is where I think our real eye is, because I think we've got one eye. And I pretended that I was looking not through my eyelashes, but I pretended I was looking through my eyebrows. I know this sounds fucking stupid. No, and you're not crazy, Amber, either. So I was looking through my eyebrows like they were my eyelashes, and I could see that there was a light being and a shadow being moving around what I can only assume is my real body. I studied them for a long time. They came close to me. They went far away. They seemed to be in a conversation where they appeared, even though I couldn't hear what they were saying. I felt like I knew what was going on. And they seemed to be having bets on me to see if I could accomplish something. The light being was laughing his ass off at me. The dark being was getting really angry with me and yelling in my face that I was succeeding and that I am still succeeding. And one time I tried to lick the dark being. I tried with all my might to stick my tongue out and lick him when he got so close and he was yelling in my face. And he jumped back. I then asked other people to have a look when I'm interacting. Like right now, if it's dark time for you, turn off all the lights and do what I said. Have a look if they're interacting with you right the fuck now. Because that's what usually happens, Amber. If I interact with you, they go and check you out. It's fucked up. We're definitely asleep. And from the information I got from the other people that I've asked, what they could see from where they are in their body, you are in a sleep booth that is laying down with a geometric pattern on the roof. And when I looked, I'm standing up and they're right in front of me, like standing up in front of me, walking around. I'm not like laying in a bed where they're walking around the sides. See, that's why you mostly can't see them. But if you interact with me, they lean over, so they're in the front of your face instead of you're laying down, so they're off to the sides of you. So I want you to look, especially in your peripheral visions, and see if you can see anything moving, especially something light and dark and humanoid shape, vaguely. They go and check you out. They go and interact with you. And if you see the eyes, that's the first stage of going through the awakening and opening your third eye. And you might need to slow it down a bit, darling. You're going too fast and you're going to be too quick. Unless you want to be a test run for what's going to happen. You need to do sovereignty. That could take you years. Amber, darling, I've got to go. I love you so much. I just wanted to give this bit of extra crazy talk because I know you're having a crazy time in the awakening and you're trying to find your way. Honestly, there is no way. Just take a step. Bumble through it. Do the best you can. And just be a good person. Just all you have to do is not lie, cheat, or steal. And don't kill anyone and don't hold any grudges and don't judge anyone. It's really fucking easy, honestly. I took away the part where you had to fight Satan because you had to sit with him for 3 days while he did bargaining with you like he did in the Bible with Jesus. It's part of the awakening. That's what the Bible is. It's basically an awakening book and a brainwashing book too. But there is a possibility I could have written it. I don't know why I say that because it sounds weird as fuck to even me. But when I read it for the first time, I was like, well, this is exactly how I would write a book if I was trying to brainwash people. And then I was like, well, this is what I would write exactly if I was trying to take away this fact or cover up this fact or leave information for myself. I felt like I was leaving information for myself in the Bible so that I could read it now so that it would awaken me to be who I am right now. Does that make sense? It's really confusing because I had a time machine at the time. 11, Amber, 11. I had an 11. You're at about a 7. Gets crazy, but not super crazy. You're going to see some magical things. Be open to not knowing what the fuck is going to happen. And stop guessing about what you think is going to happen with regards to your life. Try to guess other things like what's on TV, what other people do for a living to turn on your intuition, but don't guess what's going to happen in your life. Tia, darling, we're closed. I'm just talking awakening stuff because it's an awakening channel and I just usually concentrate on tarot. I only took 15 people today, so I've got to get going. I'm well over my time, like hours. I just, the energy's flowing, so I'm using it. Now I've got to go and do an Etsy reading and make a video. And you're going to get some of my shirts, aren't you? Wait until I work out what all the shirts are. I'll make you a shirt and give you one for free if you buy a shirt or 2 if you like them. I want to get it out there. I need to have people seeing it, this shit. Seeing the imagery. I need this Trinity Tarot thing down on the page. And look that up. I love you, Amber baby. Thanks for stalking me. I mean, being my fan. Alright. I'm Apple Luna, the bringer of truth, and this has been some of my crazy awakening stories. And honestly, all of you are going through the awakening. If you wonder why you're confused, why you're upset, why things aren't going your way, I can tell you why. The awakening, quite simply. the awakening. You need to deal with it, and I know how. I've got the rules of the matrix, and I'm going to tell you how to cheat. Because I cheated. I didn't do it properly. I cheated. Because if I had to do it properly, there's no way I could have accomplished it. No way known, and there's no way you can either. I feel like if you awoke, you would wake up into your eternal bodies, because my God is not stupid. He would not make a 5-second body for an eternal soul. He's not an idiot. Something is not right here. And I'm going to help you figure out what's not right. That's it for us today. Bye, guys. Love you, Amber, baby.
Alright, listen up, you see. Apple Luna signing off for you and me. Readings are closed, the cards are laid to rest, but don't you worry, put your mind at ease, yes. Subscribe to both the channels now. Free tarot reads, gonna show you how. 1 card wonders, 3 card mysteries revealed. The secrets that you seek, soon to be unsealed. But always read the disclaimer before you start to glean the coded cosmic truth behind the fortune screen. Feeling impatient, wanna jump the queue. Donations the key, just for me and you. Or join the membership with glee, and unlock exclusive secrets instantly. No lies, no fibs, no made-up fairy tales. Just honest insight breaking through the veils. She's intuitive, a spiritual guiding light, awakening you to banish endless night. And the great deception, lift the heavy load. A gift from God, straight from the cosmic road. She's even in the Bible, a modern scripture star, here to help you shine no matter where you are. Subscribe to both the channels now. Free tarot reads, gonna show you how. 1 card wonders, 3 card mysteries revealed. The secrets that you seek, soon to be unsealed. But always read the disclaimer before you start to glean the coded cosmic truth behind the
Bye, guys.